Have you ever wondered what happens if biblical prophecy actually comes true? We're going to cover that today. Well, here we are. End time prophecy coming true. Possibly. A couple days ago, I was actually on Instagram and I was doing an Instagram live and somebody actually asked me what I thought about the Euphrates River. And I was like, I don't know. I think it's flowing nice and strong these days. Well, I was wrong. And then I found out that when I was listening to Clyde Lewis from Ground Zero, he kind of went into more depth as to what was going on with the Euphrates River that my listener was trying to tell me about. It turns out the Euphrates River is not running strong. It is actually almost bone dry in certain points, and that is leading to some very peculiar situations when it comes to biblical prophecy. You see, in Revelation 16:12, it says, "And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the river thereof was dried up, that the way of the king of the east might be prepared." Now, who would be the king of the east? I don't know. There's a lot of countries east, but one is kind of getting, let's say, a little rowdy. And so we don't know exactly who or what country that is, but one thing's for sure, it says the great river Euphrates. The angel poured out his vial upon it, and the water was dried up. And here we are in 2022, and the river Euphrates is starting to dry up, and that's starting to give us some interesting things happening out there. Not just the water being dried up, but what's underneath the Euphrates? You see, it turns out that when the Euphrates River goes down and it dries up, you kind of tend to find things that you didn't know were really there, including possible caves and things that kind of look like jail cells. And so why would there be caves or jail cells under the Euphrates River? Well, let me tell you, it turns out that there's more biblical prophecy in Revelation talking about fallen angels, specifically 4 of them that are chained and bound underneath the Euphrates River, waiting to be released at a set time. You see, in Revelations 9:13, it says, "Then the sixth angel blew his trumpet, and I heard a voice speaking from the 4 horns of the gold altar that stands in the presence of God." Verse 14, "And the voice said to the sixth angel who held the trumpet, Release the 4 angels who were bound at the great Euphrates River. Then the 4 angels who had been prepared for this hour and day and month and year were turned loose to kill 1/3 of all people on earth." Well, that's terrifying. You see, I really do believe biblical prophecy. I think that we have seen biblical prophecy come throughout our entire lifetimes and throughout history, and I am willing to bet that this is one of those situations that might be coming true. You see, recently, with the waters receding in the Euphrates, people have been kind of getting down in those areas where those caves and what seem like possible jail cells are, and they're bringing audio recorders. And what they're finding through the audio are moans and groans and growls and sounds like chains, like something's locked up. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. Well, there you have it. Those are the sounds that were supposedly recorded at the Euphrates River around those caves/jail cells that were supposedly uncovered as the waters receded. Now, if these are true, it would seem to be a prophecy coming true. Revelation 16:12 talks about the Euphrates River drying up. Is that really what's happening now with the Euphrates River drying up? Is it something where Revelation 16:12 is actually coming to pass? And then what about Revelation 9:13 through 16, where the angels are going to be released? Are they preparing to be released now? And what does that mean for us as humans? Are we living in the end times? Are we living in the apocalypse, where all hell is going to break loose on earth? Let me know what you think about these sounds in the comments section. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up because I greatly appreciate it. And if you give me a thumbs up and a comment in the comments section, I'll consider you part of the Algo gang because we're trying to bust that algorithm. Thanks a lot, guys.
Euphrates River continues to dry up as prophesied within the Bible. This is an amazing footage I came across from 2020 in comparison to 2021 in the same spot. You'll see right now, here's 2020. You'll see how full it is, and you'll see here in a moment just the level that it's dropped to. Just absolutely seeing Bible prophecy in front of our eyes. And this we know will come to pass because of Revelation 16:12, when the sixth angel pours out his vial on the river Euphrates, and the water therefore is dried up, so the kings of the east can be prepared. So that was 2020, and as you can see here, 2021, and the river is completely dried up. We aren't at the part of Revelation where the angels are pouring out their vials, but it's moving towards this time. And I believe that this is a foreshadowing, God giving a warning for people to actually see that the Bible is real and to get their hearts completely right before the angel pours his vial on the river and it's completely dried up, and the four angels that are bound there are loosed, that will cause absolute havoc upon the earth as mentioned in Revelation 9:13 through 15.